Guys, we're taking a break from Heated Rivalry to talk about a different obsession I have, which is Wicked. Actually, to be clear, it is Wicked as a whole. The stage production specifically is an obsession of mine. The movies are good, but I'm so obsessed with Wicked, the musical. I've seen it like 7 times in my life. I first saw it when I was like, I think I was like 10. I want to say I saw it for the first time. I don't know when I saw it for the first time, but I was like a little kid. And then as I've aged, I've like experienced it in different ways. Like you experience Wicked as like a little kid so differently than like as a teenager, and so differently as like someone in their early 20s. And then now in my mid 20s, like I've experienced Wicked in so many ways, and I just want to talk about it. More accurately, I want to talk about the songs. I want to talk about the music. The stage production itself is good. It's great even. But I don't care about that as much. I care about the music. I care about the songs. So, now that Wicked Part 2 is out, and I've seen it twice, I have seen it twice, this is true, I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to rank every song that appears in Wicked, and that's what we're doing today. Actually, I should give an introduction, now that we're this deep in. Hello, I am Simon, and I'm a crazy person. This channel has very much become my place to yap about the things that I alone want to talk about, and I don't care if anyone else wants to listen because I'm going to talk about it anyway, and that's what this is. This video is me talking about Wicked's music. Actually, I should clarify some other things, more accurately. The thing that I'm going to rank is my preferred version of the song. That can be either from the movie, or from the original cast recording, or on very rare occasions, the version I saw live. There's one specifically that I'm thinking of that like I saw live, like the actress that did it live, I think is a superior version compared to both the original Broadway recordings and the film. So like I'll tell you when we get there. Otherwise, I'll tell you which one it is. When in doubt, assume it's the movie. I think the movie is actually stronger. This is my controversial stance. I think the movie is stronger in terms of the singing. But either way, I'll tell you which one we're ranking. We'll get to it. Also, these are my opinions, right? Like, this is my ranking. I keep seeing those TikToks that are like, oh, the thing I'm going to hit you with if you don't like this song. I see them on Instagram, though, because I don't have a TikTok, because I am a pure soul. So, I keep seeing them, and I keep wanting to do something similar, and I realized this was the perfect middle ground, which is a tier video that I love doing. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to make my tier video. I'm going to talk about my shit. And then you can all like and subscribe. Alrighty, here's the tier list. I will say, if you notice that like you see Normal Human, Ariana Grande, I'll put this tier list in the description. I just looked up on Tiermaker Wicked songs, and I grabbed the first one I saw, and I'll put it in the description, but be warned, they're missing 2 songs in particular that I noticed. Like, I ran through the track list, and I was like, they're missing 2 songs. They're missing, this one is I'm Not That Girl. We'll talk about I'm Not That Girl. I have thoughts on I'm Not That Girl, but they're missing The Wizard and I, which is like widely considered one of the best songs in Wicked, and I don't know how you missed that one, but either way, this is from when Ariana Grande did The Wizard and I and whatever Wicked thing it was. This is just from the movie, for I'm Not That Girl, and then a little bit lower, it's right here. Cynthia Erivo's, when she did Couldn't Be Happier, because she did a cover of Couldn't Be Happier, I split that out actually, because they combine, Everywhere combines Thank Goodness and Couldn't Be Happier, and they're very different songs to me, so I split them out. But either way, I'll put the tier list in the description. You can do it if you want to. Anyway, let's run through my tiers, okay? Bottom tier is Bathroom Break. These are the songs that don't matter. Okay, they either don't matter narratively or they're just boring and bad. Okay, I'm gonna put some songs in Bathroom Break, and I'm gonna talk about why they're in Bathroom Break when we get to them. These are the songs that, like, if you were to leave and come back and maybe get like a 30-second explanation of what you missed, it would make the Wicked experience either identical, if not better. Okay, so that's Bathroom Break. It has its moments just for the songs that like I don't necessarily love, I don't go to all the time, but in specific circumstances, in specific dynamics, in specific moments, they have their moment, okay? Then, good, but not in an ungodly manner. These are the songs that I think are good. The songs that I like, but that I'm not crazy about. Then we hit Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. These are the songs that I love. And then, of course, literally life-altering are songs that have changed my entire perception on both musical theater and the human existence. Also, we're going in order of the musical, which means starting us off, we have No One Mourns the Wicked. It is good, but not in an ungodly manner. I do also want to like bump it up a little bit because it does also have its moments, like specifically when certain people die. It has its moments. I did specifically stream the fuck out of this song a few months ago on a specific day. But No One Wants to Wicked is a good song. I think it's a great opener to the musical. I don't necessarily think it's amazing. Dear Old Cheers I'm going to put in is it has its moments simply because I think it works in exactly one circumstance, which is if you're watching the entire thing, whether it is the movie or the musical. Also, for either one of these, they're interchangeable between the movie and the musical. I don't have strong feelings about either one of them, but I think it has its moments when you're watching it. Okay, if I'm listening to the Wicked soundtrack on my phone, I just dropped my phone. If I was listening to the Wicked soundtrack on my phone, then I don't care. Then I'm not listening to Dear Old Shows. Absolutely not. But if I'm watching the movie, if I'm watching the musical, I don't dislike it. It's also like 30 seconds long, so it's not even long enough to be a bathroom break. It's not that deep, basically. It's cute in the context of the entire narrative. I would not listen to it on its own. The Wizard and I, specifically in this moment, I'm talking about the Cynthia Erivo version, is amazing, incredible, fantastic. I love the Cynthia Erivo version so much. I also love the original version so much. I'm acting like I haven't been streaming Wicked since long before the movie got officially announced. I have been. But The Wizard and I is so fun. It's so good. I will say now, whenever I think about it, I think about when Ben Shapiro, the demon that he is, made like a whole review of this song, and everyone was joking that that man was meant to just do musical theater reviews. I think that's funny. But I do think about it. Unfortunately, the song is still really good. The song is still fantastic. It, however, did not alter my perception of life itself, so it just gets to go in amazing, incredible, fantastic. What Is This Feeling, however, is going in life-altering. That song is everything to me. I remember when I was in college, they did like a performance night, because I went to a theater school for like 2 years. And two girls, two of my friends actually, did this song, and something about it altered my brain chemistry. I don't know what it was, because I'd seen Wicked at that point like at least 2 or 3 times live. And just watching my friends do it live, I was like, wait a minute. This song has sauce. This song has everything. This song is altering my life. I love What Is This Feeling? Again, this is one where you could take both versions, really. They're both so good. They're both so fun. They're both so sapphic. I love it. Something Bad is our first bathroom break. It's a fine song. It does not offend me in any manner. But if you peed during it and came back and just were informed that something bad is happening to the animals in Oz, you would get the entire gist of the song. See, Dancing Through Life is complicated. And here's why Dancing Through Life is complicated. As we've established, I've seen Wicked the musical several times. And at no point in those several times would I put the song anything above It Has Its Moments. And then I saw the film. And then I saw Jonathan Bailey. And now it's life-altering to me. I became so obsessed with this song in ways that I can't explain. Like, I was watching it in the theater for the first time, like this, like, losing my whole entire mind. It changed something in me. Jonathan Bailey changed something in me. If we're talking about, like, the mainline musical version, a version that does not have anyone but Jonathan Bailey. I've seen several different Fieros do this song, and at no point was I compelled, mainly because it's so damn long. This is a long song. And I think that is almost entirely to its detriment, except when Jonathan Bailey is doing it, because it drags on and on and on and on, and it's so bleh, and it's so meh, and then suddenly Jonathan Bailey walks in, and my entire life has been changed. Popular is, of course, another top-tier song. This is life-altering in every way. I love Popular. I love Popular so much. This is a real fact. This is a real story. So, the second most recent time I saw Wicked live, I saw it in Seattle. And then I saw it in London like a week later. But when it was in Seattle, I went to see it. I went with the bestie, and we were watching it, and Popular started. And I leaned over to the bestie, because me and the bestie share an Apple Music. So I leaned over to the bestie, and I'm like, we're about to get a song that has been in our Apple Music replay before. Like, this is a song that I stream all the time. And then the song starts. The bestie turns to me and is like, not this stupid fuck-ass song. The bestie hates this song to the point that it has now become a joke that the bestie hates the song. Like, we went to a Kraken game, and because of Wicked for Good had just come out, they did like a little Wicked sing-along thing, and they did Popular, and I made the joke again of the bestie being like, not the stupid fuck-ass song. I love Popular, though. Popular is fun, and it's cute, and it's campy. I do think it's better live. Like, this is a song that I will say, this is the first one we're gonna hit where I'm gonna be like firmly, it's better live because the live version of Popular has essentially just become, we all know, it's the Glinda actress doing her best to make Elphaba a break character, to make her laugh. And as a result, they are doing the most fuck-ass shit you've ever seen in your life, but it's fun. But it works. It never fails to get a laugh, and I feel like in the movie, they kind of try and do that, but like it's also scripted and played straight, and obviously they're not going to leave in like Cynthia Erivo breaking character. But like I have in one time in my life, I've seen Popular where the Elphaba breaks character and laughs. I have seen it. It was actually, I think, also that same Seattle production, or it was the one in London a week later. It was my most recent viewings. But it's fun, it's campy, it's good, I like it. I'm Not That Girl is a good song. I am a controversial I'm Not That Girl fan because people don't like this song. That is something I've become aware of in my time as a Wicked fan, is that people don't like this song. And I don't know why. I think it's just like a nice ballad. I can't explain why. I think it's pretty. I think it's good. I think it has good narrative significance. I think it's a good song. I don't think it's like life-changing. I don't think it's amazing. But I think it's a good song. One Short Day, I am putting in amazing. And I can't decide if I'm talking exclusively about the musical or the film version. I think they're both great. I really like both of them. But so I can't decide. I've still been unable to decide. If I enjoy Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth coming in the film version to do their little like monologue lore drop, I think it does actually add something like narratively. But like aside from that, I don't care about the narrative. I'm here for the music right now. And in terms of that, I don't know what it adds. But I do know that I like the song. I think the song is fun. I do think seeing it on screen was like a lot. I felt very overwhelmed in a way, but like in a good way. In the stage production, it's almost as bad. Like, not bad. Bad is not the right term. It's almost as overwhelming. It's a lot, no matter where you see it, but it's fun either way. Sentimental Man is a bathroom break. I used to be of the opinion that every single song that is primarily sung by a man can be skipped in Wicked. And then, of course, Dancing Through Life happened, and I had to alter that stance. But I do stand by every song that's sung by a man that isn't Fiyero can absolutely be skipped in Wicked. Sentimental Man is boring and literally just foreshadows... Wait, actually, can I talk about that? Spoilers for Wicked if you haven't seen the second film or the musical ever, and you're somehow worried about spoilers. But I think it just is meant entirely to foreshadow that the wizard is Elphaba's dad. And the thing is, I mentioned that to someone. Someone and I at work were talking about Wicked, and I mentioned that, and they were like, oh my god, spoiler. And I'm like, the musical's been out for decades. You're not allowed to get mad at me for this. Like, this was someone who knew I'd seen the musical several times, and it's otherwise... It doesn't do anything. It's a boring song. It's a waste of time. Defying Gravity is literally life-altering, and I am explicitly and exclusively discussing the stage version. I think the film version is very good, but I don't think anything I've ever seen in musical theater has ever been able to top Defying Gravity live, because there's just something so insane about her up in the air, and like, you know she's actually up in the air with like the cloak billowing out behind her. It's brought me to tears. It's brought me to stunned silence. Specifically, the actress who does it in London. I'm pretty sure her name is Alexia Kadime. When she did it, and I saw it in London, I was literally stunned beyond words. Like, my mom turned to me and tried to say something to me, and I was like, not now. Not now, I need to sit quietly for a minute. Because Defying Gravity live is an experience like no other, in the sense that I'm like 90% sure the reason I love musical theater so much now as an adult is because as a kid I saw Defying Gravity live. Okay, we finished Wicked 1. Let's move to Wicked 2. And we open with a new song. A song that, well, it's not really new, but like it's new to streaming in the sense that it's Every Day More Wicked, and this is a bathroom break. I'm so glad we are continuing the trend of musical theater where the first song after the intermission can be skipped. Unfortunately, that first song already existed, and we'll get to it. And as a result, I don't need Every Day More Wicked. It's kind of just, I said this, I watched Wicked 2 with a friend and a different friend. I watched it with two friends. But I was talking to one friend specifically who had seen Wicked Part 1 as a film, and I was basically explaining to them, because they'd never seen the musical, that a lot of the things in Part 2 were clearly done or were less impactful because it had been a year since you'd seen Part 1. I think these movies, if they're watched back to back, will actually be a much better experience, other than the fact that it's 5 hours. Other than the fact that it's like a 5-hour journey, when this makes me... We'll get to it later. I'll complain about it later. But, anyway, Every Day More Wicked is boring. It's essentially just the previously on Wicked segment to remind you of what's been going on in the narrative, and it can be completely skipped. The problem is, it's followed up with Thank Goodness, which I am going to put in It Has Its Moments, but it's not great. I think, again, this is the other one where, like, it only really has its moments when I'm watching it live. Not even the movie. Because I've seen the movie twice now, and neither time has Thank Goodness really done much for me. I would also like to remind the class, I'm excluding Couldn't Be Happier. Couldn't Be Happier is its own entity that I'm going to talk about. But it has its moments in the live performance, because there I think it's like, this is our previously on, right? Like, it's designed to kind of be like a meh filler song that you can still be in line for the bathroom for and not really miss much. And I think it's good at that, and also I think it's fun, but like, it's not great. Couldn't Be Happier on its own is amazing. I adore this song. Specifically, actually, I could tell you that I think the superiorist version is actually Cynthia Erivo's version. I think her version is so pretty. She does admittedly make it a lot less depressing, which is not my current mood, but I do think she does a really good job of it. But like, Ariana Grande also does a fantastic job. And frankly, every Glinda I've seen has done a fantastic job, because this song is so fucked up if you think about it for more than like 5 seconds. If you actually sit down and think about what's going on narratively for more than like 10 seconds, the song becomes really sad, and I really like it, and I think it's amazing. No Place Like Home, I am putting in It Has Its Moments, because it is not a bathroom break, but it's not great. I think it's a fine song. True story, actually. I saw Wicked Part 2 for the second time yesterday with my mother, and at some point, after the song ended, my mom leaned into me and was like, was that in the original musical? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, I couldn't tell because it was really boring and I might have just forgotten about it. And I feel like that's the perfect encapsulation of the song. The song is boring. It's fine. It adds nothing to the narrative. And it's entirely just in a higher tier because I like that Cynthia Erivo is the one singing it, and she is a great singer. Wicked Witch of the East, I'm actually also going to put in It Has Its Moments, because the moment for that song is in the musical. In the live stage production, that song is actually a bit of a moment to me. It's not a moment in the movie as much, but like, I've always thought to myself, because I do enjoy it, and I've always been like, I kind of wish it was on streaming, because like, it's not on the original cast recording, right? Like, in terms of like original pre-movie streaming, it's not available on like Apple Music, Spotify, that kind of thing. And upon reflection, maybe that's a good thing, because this song doesn't have much. The main thing it has that I like is that the actress for Nessa typically like pops off for that the Wicked Witch of the East line, and the actress for Nessa in the movie doesn't really do that. So like, it kind of diminishes my favorite part about it. It's a good song. It's not a bad song. We've established that the only bad songs are the ones in the bottom tier, and it's a fine song, and it's good in the musical. And that's about it. Wonderful, we already know. It is a song by The Wizard, ergo, we don't have to pay attention to it. And you can frankly pee. This is actually also a true story. When I saw Wicked, this Part 2, for the first time, and I saw it with a friend who'd never seen it before, she at one point was like, is this a good time for me to pee? And it was like right before the song started, and I was like, yes, this is a good time for you to pee. You're about to miss the most boring song in this movie. And sure enough, she did, and she went to pee. And then like 2 minutes later, I also went to pee, because I feel like they dragged the song out a lot more also in the movie, which really pissed me off, because it's a bad song. Just as a whole, again, any song that's by a man that isn't Fear, you can skip. Especially this one narratively. This one narratively does nothing. It's like 5 seconds of the wizard being like, I feel like it's supposed to like tie back to the themes of like propaganda. Except for the fact that I didn't need a song to do that. Like, the themes are very apparent. So, I don't know what the song brings. This song is boring. This song is meh. It's bad narratively. Like, not only is it not impactful narratively, I think Wicked as a musical makes more sense as a narrative without that. Anyway, the I'm Not That Girl reprise, or reprise. I always call it reprise. And then I heard someone call it reprise, and now I'm crashing out. Either way, it's going with the original. They're the same song, so they kind of have to go in the... I guess I could make the argument that they shouldn't be, but they are. They're going to go in the same tier. I do think Ariana Grande kind of ate that shit up, like more than any other Glinda I've seen. She kind of ate that shit up. But either way, they're going in the same tier. They're the same damn song. As Long As You're Mine is good. Here's my thing. This is another one with like with Dancing Through Life. I don't like this song in the musical. I actually really don't. I think it's boring. I think it's aggressively heterosexually horny in a way that I don't like. I think it's there. Okay? I think, frankly, you could not cut it out. The song is unfortunately narratively significant, but it's there. Okay? And then, again, I saw Jonathan Bailey do it. And then it changed something in me. I know the girls, like the modern girls, love this song. I was actually talking to the friend I saw Wicked with recently, like this morning, and I was basically explaining to her that I think the girls like As Long As You're Mine so much, because if you look at this tier list right now, and you ignore I'm Not That Girl, because Not That Girl is disliked by the Wicked fandom, and ergo, they're not going to appreciate the reprise of it, but all the new songs are weaker. Everyone knows this, right? Like, this is not a new phenomenon. Everyone involved in Wicked discourse has always been aware that, like, Act 1 is the stronger act, and then Act 2 is kind of there, and it has For Good, and that's it. And that's why we need Act 2 more than anything else, is because of For Good, and one other song that we'll get to. But As Long As Your Mind is, like, one of, like, the three strongest in Act 2, and I think that's why the girls like it so much. Like, I think had this been put in Act 1, even like even if it had been one film, right, and it had been 1 2.5 hour film, as it should have been, and they had As Long As You're Mine in Act 1, like with the Act 1 songs, no one would like it that much because it's not that life-changing. Anyway, now that I've pissed off everyone in the world, No Good Deed is the best song in Part 2. No Good Deed is, dare I say, tied with Defying Gravity at this point for the best song in Wicked, in my mind. This is another one where Alexia Kadina, the one I saw in London, just bodies it in a way that I have never seen from any other performer of this song. She bodies that shit. She absolutely devours it, in the sense that I would argue firmly that since I saw her do it in London last year, I have gone on YouTube and streamed her version of this song more than the official one. Cynthia Erivo is number 2 in terms of, like, official recordings. Or, well, maybe not. She's number 1 in terms of the official recordings on streaming. I do like her version better than Idina Menzel. I like them all. They're all just absolutely fantastic. I feel like this is a song that only I liked at first, and then as time has gone on, more people liked. And I'm frankly probably wrong about that, just because when I first had this opinion, I was, like, 12 years old. And, like, Lord knows what the fandom space was like when I was 12 years old, because I wasn't in it. But, like, as an adult, I feel like everyone knows that No Good Deed is kind of that shit. Like, No Good Deed is that girl, is that bitch, and it's truly a life-altering experience. March of the Witch Hunters is going in It Has Its Moments, for the exact same reason that Dear Old Shiz is going in It Has Its Moments. I think it's fine if you're watching it in the full narrative. God knows I'm never streaming that shit in my free time. Girl in the Bubble is good. I like it more than No Place Like Home. So it's going in good, but not in an ungodly manner. I think it's good. Do I think it adds anything narratively to the musical? No, not particularly. We kind of already knew that Glinda was depressed. So, like, that didn't really need to be verbatim explained to me that she was depressed with her current state of affairs. She literally had a whole song about it. And her life has objectively only gotten worse since then. So, I kind of knew that, but it's pretty, it's nice, that's all I got. Last but not least, we have the titular For Good, and if you don't agree with this one, you're wrong. I'm sorry. For Good has brought me to actual tears more times than I care to admit. Like, more times than it should have at this point in my life. I love this song. I adore this song. I think it's one of the, like, I don't want to say it's the most powerful songs in musical theater, because that's just a lie, but, like, it's beautiful, it's iconic, it's, like, they called it Wicked For Good for a reason, and that reason is that For Good is one of the only great songs in Act 2, and it's also one of the best songs in Wicked. Anyway, That's all I got for you. Final thoughts on Wicked is that it was better as a stage show. I do actually firmly believe that. That's my dying stance. I understand that, like, musical theater is, by definition, inaccessible. But also, I think it was by far the superior version. Like, I'm so sorry. They took a musical that is 2.5 hours with an intermission and stretched it into a 5-hour film. Absolutely not. That's diabolical. We didn't need that. And especially because most of the stuff was not like new material. They just expanded and extended old material. It's just, I didn't need it. I'm so happy it exists though. Like, I'm so elated and delighted that Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande have now become Elphaba and Glinda in ways that I didn't think was possible. Because I've loved Cynthia Erivo for so long. I don't think I mentioned that actually in this video. I've loved Cynthia Erivo since before she got cast as Elphaba. I've loved that woman. And I've loved her voice. And I've loved the power of her voice. And I've always wanted to hear her do Elphaba. And in my mind, it was just going to be like she would get cast on Broadway to do Elphaba. And then I just illegally stream it and like maybe go see it if I like was conveniently in New York. And then we got Wicked. And I do love Wicked. And I also think that it's going to become the more known element of it. And I think like 20 years down the line, the Wicked musical is going to stop running. And the only way people are going to be able to view it is by this 5-hour monstrosity. And that makes me sad. It does make me sad because I do stand by what I was saying about Defying Gravity, is that like, that is the pinnacle of musical theater to me. Like, you are never going to get something that's more musical theater than Defying Gravity. But either way, that's all I got in this moment. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Or don't. I'll be fine either way. You can also comment whatever you want to down below. Let me know what you think of my rankings. I will put the tier list down below. You will have to add in the songs that I added in, which was The Wizard and I, Not That Girl, and then if you want to split out Couldn't Be Happier, you'd have to do that yourself. But you can rank it if you want to. Do it with friends. It could be a fun time. Other than that, I think that's all I got in this moment. So yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!